not building devs, you're not building solutions engineers, anything like that, but you're building AI native employees who then look at things from an entirely different lens.
And right now, that's the best that we can do while keeping our eyes open for long-term pivots, right? I was looking at your AI ambassador program,
No.
which you call Training with Teeth. So it's a 12-week AI ambassador program. Can you shed some light on that?
Sure.
This might provide some value to some of the entrepreneurs or clinicians that are listening or watching right now.
Sure, great. So it is one of our flagship programs. We tend to run them within larger organizations where we recruit anywhere from 20 to 50 people from across the entire organization. And we bring them from zero to functionally proficient over 10 to 12 weeks, depending on the program. So you start with the basics and the fundamental understanding. I do firmly believe that you can't just dive into tool training. You've got to understand the fabric of this, what it's good at, what it's bad at, etc. Then you go through some tool training. We'll do Copilot or Gemini or GPT, whatever's relevant to the organization, and then teach prompting, because being able to teach to the model is really important. And this is where, after this, it takes a bit of a left turn from anything else that I know of that's out there. We then take a process engineering approach to AI applications. And I really don't want it to sound overly complicated, but people need to understand what is a good task for AI and what is not a good task for AI. So we lead them through the process of discovery of basically the things that they do in their jobs. And most people are hired into a job to do the job. Okay? You don't really want people reinventing their job so much unless the organization has decided that that's something that they want to do. So the organizations that we work with are open-eyed about the fact that they're going to cause some disruption by allowing people to get very introspective about the nature of what they do. What do they do for 8 hours a day? What sort of reports are they developing, and what are these processes? And we teach them to look at those and figure out which are going to have the highest return, and then match them to the assailable pieces of technology. And again, that sounds complicated, but generally it's like you can accomplish a lot of this task by building a custom GPT. Fine, I can say that, but I also have to teach you how to build a custom GPT such that you can solve this particular problem and speed things up. And then it goes into sort of cultural integration and project management integration in these larger organizations, and culminates with a capstone where people compete with their own project ideas for recognition, prizes, funding, whatever it is in the organization. We've seen people be rewarded with, vacations or whatever, depending on the organization. And at the end of it, you have all of these bright points of light in your organization that can now carry that torch. So when leadership has this idea that we were talking about earlier, it can percolate down to these ambassadors who can help them figure out if it's a good idea or how it will practically work. You're not building devs, you're not building solutions engineers, anything like that, but you're building AI native employees who then look at things from an entirely different lens.